Hi, this is Vanessa with Designs by Vanessa. Today's tutorial is on this chunky granny square. So I often have leftover yarn when I'm making my beanies. So I have a stash of just leftover yarn I don't know what to do with. Sometimes I make pom-poms with it, or I do color block beanies. But I decided that I want to make these this is the back side, these granny squares, and maybe sew them together as a blanket. We all know how much I love sewing things together, so we'll see if that actually happens. So let's get started. So you'll need some yarn. I'm using mostly, these are Line Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick. This one in particular is Lemongrass. A 9mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. So first you want to start with a magic ring. So hold your tail end on your left hand and then wrap the yarn around your finger over that first strand. Now go under the first strand and grab the second strand and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is your ring right here. You can pull on the tail to make it tighter or leave it loose or whatever you're comfortable with. And so this counts as your first double crochet, and then you want to chain 2 more, and that counts as your corner, chain 2. So every time you get to the corner you chain 2. Right now we're doing the first double crochet and then the chain 2. So we have 5 chains. And now we're going to put 4 sets of 3 double crochets into the ring. So this is part of the last set. So we're going to do, I'm going to tighten this a little bit, 3 double crochets into the ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So there's your first double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So there's 2, another double crochet. So now we have the first set, and we're going to chain 2 for the corner. And then we want to put another 3 double crochets into the middle right there. Okay, so now we have our second set. I'm going to pull on this a little bit tighter so it's not as floppy. So now we're at another corner. We want to chain 2 and then another 3 double crochets into the middle. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and then one of the double crochets from the beginning, chain 3. So we do our other corner, chain 2, and instead of doing 3 we're going to do 2 because this is our third one. So yarn over, do your double crochet, there's 1 and 2. So to join this, let's tighten the middle by pulling your tail. So this is your chain 1, 2, actually the 1 is way down here, so chain 1, 2, and 3. So that's where you want to insert your hook and do a slip stitch. So pull through that and then pull through the loop that's on your hook. So what we've created is the middle. If you look, that's the first round. So now we're going to do round 2. So to do round 2, you chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now in each chain 2 space, which are your corners, you're going to do a set of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. So I'll go slow on the very first corner, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 2 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. There's 2. So now you want to chain 2 and then do another 2 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. So there's 1 and there's 2. Okay, so for every chain 2 space, ignore your chain 3 right now because that's a double crochet from this side. So into every corner you do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Now in a regular granny square you usually skip over to the other corner, but for this one you want to put a double crochet in each of the stitches across. So yarn over and see these 3 stitches, you'll go into the 3 stitches. So you do 1 double crochet into each of those 3 stitches. That's 2 and 3. So here we are at the corner again. Remember, it's 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all into the same chain 2 space. So here we are on this side of the square. 1 double crochet, oops, went into the wrong space. Oh no, I didn't. 1 double crochet into each stitch, each of the 3 stitches across until you get to the other corner. Here we are in the chain 2 space again. So again, 2 double crochets, chain 2, whoops. So that's 1. So it's 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain 2 space. Okay, now we're at this side of the square. Same thing, 1 double crochet into each of the stitch across. Oh gosh, my hair, sorry about that. Women problems, right? Always losing hair. So here we are in the corner again. 2 double crochets, chain 2. So here's 1, 2, and then 2 double crochets, all into the same chain 2 space. Okay, so we're on the last side, and because we started with this chain 3 space here, which counts as a double crochet, you're only putting double crochets in the last 2 stitches. Again, you want to slip stitch to 1, 2, 3, the 3rd chain. So we have our round 2, and This square only has 3 rounds because it's using super bulky yarn. It's quite large. Okay, so the rest of the rounds are, the last round, and if you want to go bigger, you just continue the same thing. You always start with the chain 3, and then for this one starts in the middle of the side. So every time you see double crochet stitches, you want to place a double crochet stitch in every double crochet stitch from below. Okay, and then in every corner you want to do a set of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Now we're on this side, so you want to place 1 double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. And you might need to pull this a little bit in order to get to the next one, depending on how tight you crochet. I crochet loose so I can see it pretty well. So there's 1, that's 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just do that all the way around. In each of the corners you want to put a set of 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, all into the same chain 2 space, and then 1 double crochet into each of the stitches on the side. Corner again with the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then you repeat that around and slip stitch to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. Okay, so I've gone around my square and I'm back at the beginning, and I need to do 1 last double crochet and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain from the beginning chain. So there is my square. I'm going to cut my yarn, pull it through the loop, and then you're just going to weave using your yarn needle, just weave in your ends. I prefer to do this now so that I don't have a million ends to weave when I'm done with, I don't know how many squares I'll be making. And you know, these will be my quick fix projects, I guess, in between my larger projects, because some of you understand and know that there's always a need to crochet something, right? Even when you have no project in mind, which is hard to believe because there's always something we want to do, right? Just not enough time. So go ahead and just weave in your ends. And there you have your square. So if you wanted to make a bigger square, you just follow the same rules wherever. So I ended here, you would just chain 3, double crochet into these stitches, do your corners of the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then this is all just double crochet, and you keep doing the same thing around for as big as you like. And you can use any yarn size, weight, as long as you're using the coordinating recommended hook size for that yarn. So I'm going to gather all my pieces and start making these squares, and then hopefully when I have the courage I'll sew them together and make a blanket. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.